interpretations we can, put to it. To the very many of you who call, who send text messages, to raise points of interest regarding some comments that are made here, we're grateful. Maybe we'll create a page so we can interact with you fairly well on those particular issues. I am not a lawyer, but I'm enjoying your contributions, and I'm sure I'd love for most of our lawyers here to be able to also help with the interpretation of some of those things. So we're grateful. It shows your interest in what we are doing and what's happening in the Supreme Court. Anyway, thank you. But let's come back here quickly. Gary Nimako Mafo here, and Dr. Maurice Ampa here, and then George Tetewayo also here. So the three of them, all legal practitioners. And so everything they speak about here, it's of a legal opinion of a sort. Well, I'm also here with them, not a lawyer yet. Anyway, so what happened to Dr. Farijan? What happened to the cross-examination? Philip Addison, Dr. Farijan, objections here and there, some corrections, attention drawn to a few issues. Well, that ends it for this week. But let's go back quickly and find out what our interpretations have been. Doc, let me give to you.
So far, so good. Today's proceedings are very, very interesting, with interesting development, and I think we should take a clue on the attitude and the conduct on the bench. Today, the bench has been very, very assertive, and rightly so. You realize that our position earlier had been vindicated when Philip Addison tried to put a legal question. The judge did not say that it is his case. They thought it is not only relevant, but it's a legal question. So they jump into the defense of the witness.
Just to buttress the point that the bench
is not
to direct.
Certainly, he has what he wants. So he can decide to stop a question from going through, and that is exactly what he did. That the issue that Philip Addison intends to ask the Electoral Commission is a legal question, so they will not allow him, and they block that one. Very interesting indeed is what we've realized that today. I'm a little bit happy with this second part. I'm happy with the Afarijan's performance. It has lifted up his performance. I don't know whether he has listened to me. Close up, yes. Close up his answers, not open too much. He has given somehow Addison a tough time, because he's too straightforward, and then he's trying to also make sure that he doesn't open up too much. So it's making Philip Addison a little bit uncomfortable.
He's been very calm.
Yeah, very calm, very uncomfortable,
very meticulous.
Yeah, with his answers, and not only invasive but very intelligent in coming out with the answers, so that Philip Addison have to think through the box in order to get him. So it has not been easy for Philip Addison to get the EC. But I'm very somehow disappointed once again with the council of the EC. What is he doing? I don't know. Because listen, you have a question, a paper being shown to your witness, and a figure which Philip Addison is trying to put to him, 250, and then you have a copy. You didn't raise an objection. You have to take Bafo Boni to look at that figure critically and realize that the zero have been cancelled. And they called the attention of Philip Addison, please don't be mischievous here. Please don't be fast. We are here to inquire about the truth. The figure there is not 250, it's 25. What is the lawyer for the EC doing? What is he doing?
For the rest of the respondents?
No, the rest of the respondents, they can't come in. They
were not shown the exhibits?
Not that. But at least they have been. There's a ruling that please. Yes,
this would have just slipped through.
But the EC has a responsibility that your witness is in the box. You are the coach. You are the referee. A boxer. You are the coach. Your boxer is in the box. There are so many punches thrown out to him against him, and then you are sitting down there, and then you are not helping the boxer to yes to block the punch. But then there's one figure that wanted to go through. You didn't see it.
If the
church, powerful Belmont have not detected it, it will go in. So it will go in and record that the figure is 250.
And Afarijan also didn't see it. He kept examining the
but because of the 250,
they say it was a bit fake.
You see, that's why I've said that he's not finding it easy. I sympathize with him. You can see Afarijan today he looks so quiet. Use the word more, bro. You know,
I like to juxtapose that in his posture before.
I like a press conference, and they'll come out. Look, I am the one man. The EC speaks and explains. Now, the day of reckoning, accountability. But the day we appear before the Maker. This is the pushback.
Don't go there.
No. So it's like it's easily.
You want to scare people?
Yes, I'm saying that the judgment day. Now you can see Afarija. Do you know? I'm not sure. It's so easy. It is not easy at all. And I sympathize with him. We have our old EC sitting down there, and he's been receiving punches from left and right, and it's not easy.
But two things have showed up here. I don't know how they will play out for Addison. I mean, one about exhibit numbers. It took some time, arguments back and forth. In fact, that the labelings, the exhibits, the categorization being changed. They're not too sure which ones have been given to them and all that. Upon checking, they realize they belong to different places and all that. And then now this issue to do with 250, which has the last zero cancelled, but yet he was putting it out to Dr. Frajan to identify, even for a judge to draw his attention that he's being a bit more too smart and mischievous. You don't think it wraps on his credibility?
Credibility of who?
I mean the Addison.
No. You see the issue,
as if because Bafuboni gave the impression that look, it's like you're trying to be too smart.
Yes, but he also was able to rebut that assertion. He came out to say that look, I'm looking at the percentage wise. He was smart enough to say that look, well, it was 250, but if it is cancelled, I'm not looking at the 250. I'm looking at the percentage wise. So he was able to explain that percentage wise is what he's looking out. But then he also then said that it is not me who read it out. It's the witness. I gave it to the witness.
But you gave it.
Yes, but the witness said it's 250. Then I also rely on it, although I know that the zero have been cancelled. So look,
why did you have to do that?
It's a game.
Okay.
You see, this game, the two lawyers want to outwit each other. Please, everybody, don't think that every lawyer will not truth. Come again.
With untruths?
No, it's not about untruth. If I give you a money and I'm contesting with you, I say, how much is it? And I know that the money I've given you is 10 million. And then after counting, you said it's 12 million. And do you want me to correct? When you have your own lawyer and you have admitted that the 250, what you see there is 250, and I'm seeing 25, zero is cancelled. I will accept that. After all, you are the one who is asserting. I'm not the one who is asserting. So I'm saying that the EC, the lawyer, did not do well. The judge have to come in to intervene. But the issue of the mislabeling and the issue of duplication of this sheet, I think these matters, the judges said, look, let's bring this thing back. It will delay the effort that we have made. We are about ending this case. We can bring all these things when we begin to address the court about the duplicates and those kind of things. And I think it's good and healthy. But what I just want to say in conclusion is that Afarijan have done well, but it has not been easy for him. In fact, sure. Especially with the last one, it looks so pity when he was put that you use two different figures for the presidential and parliamentary elections, and when they quoted those figures, and then Addison asked, "Is that this figure?" He said, "What happened?" He said, "Error." I felt so sad. Then Addison said, so everything is about error. Then he said, I want to explain. They didn't allow him to explain. So it's a very, very good day for the proceedings. Farajan have done well, but I'm highly disappointed with the conduct of the EC, the counsel for the EC. I don't know what is happening. I don't know whether he has assistants. Did he bring in any this thing?
Oh, yeah, there were three people.
No, the EC and who?
The one gentleman and two ladies.
Yeah, two ladies. And what are the ladies doing there? The two girls. They should assist. You know, they should assist, because these are the things that you have to.
You should tell me, you're a lawyer. What would they be doing there?
No, they should. You see, your senior is leading you, and then you are sitting down there since morning. What is your duty? You should also be looking at the document and assisting a man. At least the man is old. You see that, especially if you go and sit down and sit about only television and you are sitting there enjoying being recorded, it's unfair. The EC must look for people to come and assist.
I believe you know these ladies. Maybe yes, whisper something. I believe you know them.
I'm saying they should listen.
No, I believe you know them.
You see, it's a team.
I believe you know them.
If you look at the way the petition
I'm asking. I say I believe you know them.
The ladies.
Yeah.
I'll try to find out. you see, if you look at the way the petitioners' legal team is, at times, when even Philip Francis is on the feet, they try to push in something.
Okay.
If you look at Chachu, and then they are only two, but the other lawyers. But when it comes to the EC, you are not seeing the backup. And this slip. Seriously. So, in fact, he has to up his game.
Okay. I you see the tea he's drinking now. He called for it, just to prepare the grounds to,
Come and fire me.
So get ready. I'll skip it and come to you and give him time to sit his tea. Yeah. So perhaps the tail end of what's happening in court.
Yeah, Harry, thank you very much. I think, like I said this afternoon, I was monitoring the cross-examination from yesterday, this morning, and as at this afternoon, and I'll still stand by my word. I mean, if you look at this afternoon session, I must give it to Lawyer Addison. That is what we expect, like I indicated.
Okay.
There are some.
So now he's entering the zone that you've been.
We have 4 violations. Speak to them. You see that we see the last one. He was speaking to overvoting.
Mm-hmm.
That is where this issue of Kwabena Akura Chrome, you understand, where the voter register has 12 people, and then the ballot is 12. Now the ballot given out
25.
It should be 25 because the ballots are in booklets of 25, 50, and 100.
Sure.
So you couldn't have given them. But Dr. Afraja was not looking at it until Lawyer Justice Bafuboni came in and said, "No, counsel be candid." You understand? So I think now he's speaking to the subject. That was what I was expecting today. So I will still stand by my earlier word that before this afternoon, I thought counsel was because, for example, this morning counsel was looking at exhibition of
leave them alone. They were laying a foundation.
No, Harry, I'm not being but Doctor just,
I don't want us to go back.
No, Doctor laid a foundation, and we are still on the show. He laid a foundation that the justices have come in, so that I must set a record straight. That I'm not saying that the bench cannot come in, but I'm saying that when it comes to relevance and admissibility, because if we go that tangent, it means that a judge would do the case for a lawyer. He will come in at any time and tell you these are the relevant things you must plead. So it is fundamental that the judge will come in for uncertainties when you are veering off something which is not necessary. But as to what if an evidence is relevant, it depends to the judge to allow the lawyer to prove it, and then they will see whether it's admissible or not.
Let's look at what. Yes.
So for now, this afternoon session, Lawyer Addison has gone to the meet. He's gone to overvoting, which is one of the principal violations before the court, and he's trying to prove it. That is the case. Move to it, like we said. Let's interrogate the matter. Let's find out the truth. That is why Justice Bafuboni, the Lord Justice, came in and said that, please, Lawyer Addison, try to be candid with the court. All we are doing here is to unravel. We are interrogating to unravel.
How do you find how Afarajan has fared so far in terms of how he's been able to answer questions? And there have been times when he's had to really follow a yes and no answer question with explanations, and what are your views?
I think that he's done so very well. The fact that he looking at his age, he's done so very well, and he's been consistent with what he's saying. Only that after some time, you get to see that you get a bit confused. For example, when it comes to calculations and the computation, and it's because he was the last man. He was on top, like he's indicated already. He doesn't get to see these pink sheets. He only gets collated results and then announce them. Yet he's supposed to know these documents that regulates their processes. So if for once, the day before, when he was being led in examination chief, he was able to speak to them, as at when the process progressed and he's being cross-examined, if you want to give him a Form 1C, you just give him the sheet. But if you want to corner him, so that is what is being outplayed, and he's trying to let you understand that he's not directly involved with some of these nitty-gritty, some of these ones that are in for officers below his rank. They are for his subordinates. You understand? So I mean, all he's doing well. But coming to, for example, he was able to quote directly the figure he used to declare 40 million, and he mentioned the ones that followed. So those areas you see he's on top. But what goes into the pink sheet from C1, 1C, A1, B1, he has to look at it. So those areas you get to see that counsel has to push him, and he seems to be a bit evasive, but he's been on top of issues, and he's been consistent with what he's put out there. And I think that it's so clear. It's so clear.
So
before you go to him, so it says that I was trying to say yesterday that the petitioners are trying to be mischievous, and it has come to bear once again, and it takes the Lord Justice to tell you in law, in open court, when a judge, and for that matter a Supreme Court judge, a lord of the law tells you that try to be candid in opinion by assisting the court to unravel the truth, then I think that the law justices are beginning to see that you have mischief up your sleeves, and if you go on that tangent, they would not accept it. We need to interrogate and find out.
That must be good for your case.
Yes, of course.
Okay,
of course,
because all this while that's what they've been trying to.
Of course.
So is a taxing plane picking up speed now,
Henry,
getting closer to the end of the tarmac, or already airborne?
Henry, we are not airborne.
Oh, okay.
How can we be airborne right now?
No, I'm just asking. I mean, you have to update us.
Henry, now we are trying to speed about 30 km kilometer per hour. We are now warming up. Henry, I think this afternoon very interesting revelations for the second half. About 4 of them. Briefly, the first one is the admission by Dr. Farijan that yes, there were people registered out of the country. That yes, we admit that their names were duplicated in the register. Clearly. And these names were not in one place. The names were in various places in the final register. That's one. Number 2, these so-called persons whose names were registered, which names were duplicated, they had different polling, different voter ID cards. Different voter ID cards. Significant. Very significant. Names duplicated, different ID cards.
He provided an explanation for that.
Oh, Henry, you will take your time. He said that they can't vote twice, but I'll show you how they can vote twice.
Okay.
Show how they can vote twice. Even though it's the same constituency. All right? But different ID cards, same name, duplicated in the national register. 50 of them. He admitted. Now, when these things happen, and obviously the persons are not verified by the biometric machine, put your hand on the machine, these persons can vote again.
At the same polling center.
At the same polling station. Do not forget, Henry, that the man has given you his classical definition of overvoting. That to him, as long as the number of votes in the particular polling station is not exceeded by the total number of votes, to him, there's no overvoting. To him. So invariably, what it means is that as long as the people on the register, even if some even fail to turn up, there is another way of stashing ballot boxes with foreign materials, and it goes into the box. I thought these number of things do not exceed the number of registered voters. To him, there is no word of voting. That is the definition of voting. So I agree with him that indeed there's a possibility that all these people, these characters, even though their names also appearing double, they can find a different means of voting without verification. And he also said again that if you are also a chief or a known person, obviously you don't need to go to the BVD, which is inconsistent with what is in the law, because the law was very clear and express.
So, but he didn't say there's no need to go through that. He said, assuming you show up there, you go through all your checks and the machine is just not picking you, it's not registering at a point in time. If he were a presiding officer, he will use his discretion and say, okay, yeah, but that's not to suggest that, once Omahini comes there, don't worry him, just go and vote. I think that he was speaking to a particular difficulty.
And what he said, is that what the law said? What he said, is that what he agreed with the parties at the IPAC meeting? And he announced the people, the Ghanaian people, that we have agreed in principle that no verification, no vote. What he said in the witness box, is that what he said before the elections? These are interesting times, You can tell you how a man can say one thing today, and a different day he will say different thing altogether.
So
is that what he said?
You'd rather Omahini shows
I'm
up,
just opposing what
he has his name in there, everything is right.
Yes.
The machine can't pick him. Because Afarijan says no verification by BVD, no vote. So mine go back with your Shami and everybody. That's what you suggested.
You see, Henry, every game has got rules of engagement.
Okay. I think
every game has got rules of engagement. And my position is that if you say Omahe can vote, then it means that you must apply the same principle universally. Do you understand? There are places in this country where people did not get a chance to vote because they were not verified by the machine. They had to be turned away. That is the difficulty we have. If you are saying that money can vote, then what I'm saying simply is that then everybody should also vote without verification. So why should the same principle be used to apply differently to affect the same people in this country. That is a problem we have.
There was this other issue too about legality of these people who were registered outside. That also played out to the extent that now legal issues were raised, and at the point in time they had to stop.
Well, the justice will be that question is a legal question. So at the address stage, it will be addressed. So we will not want to go into that one because people were the view that look, Afarajan even didn't have the legal mandate to go outside the country to go and register people, but address that will be addressed at the address stage. Now let us go on to the second point, which I also found very interesting. That the question of voting. So when you look at these pink sheets, anyway, you see we are doing analysis. So the pink sheets form the basis for the declaration. The pink sheets, they form the basis for the declaration of the results. It is not a voter register. It's not a voter register. Now, this is a pink sheet. That information on the pink sheet was transmitted to the Afarajan, to his collation sheets, and then he saw it and then declared. According to him, he said he never saw the pink sheet before declaration. Did you listen to him?
Yeah.
He never saw the pink sheet before declaration.
What's wrong with that? You were expecting him to have seen all the pink sheets?
That is what I'm saying. You take your time, give me the analysis.
No, I'm asking, were you expecting Afarajan to have seen all the pink sheets before? Because obviously pink sheets don't reach him early enough. Would not, certainly.
Yes. You listen to my analysis, Henry. I'm saying that the man never saw the pink sheet before declaration. Now these pink sheets, who they are overvoting on it, who now they are saying they are errors. Afarajan is saying that these pink sheets, they are errors on the pink sheets, and these pink sheets form the basis of the declaration. That is the point I'm making. He said that they are errors. When we say these pink sheets, these are irregularities,
he's not running away from
overvoting. He said these are errors.
Yeah, he's not running away
errors
from
which my people made, and these errors my people made, my own officers made. I have taken the responsibility.
You fought him for that?
No. I have said the Afarajan takes the ultimate responsibility for whatever his people do. Now, if these pink sheets form the basis for the declaration, and then you have also admitted that there are errors on the pink sheet, and the so-called errors, which results were given to you by transmission, and you made a declaration, the rest is left for the people to judge. I'm not going to make that judgment here. Yes, I'm giving you an analysis based on logic.
I get your trend. Based
on logic, which was
you have only fallen short of saying that the declaration is error.
I will not go there. By Adwa Kambu.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
It's logic. It's logic. Now, third point.
Quickly, we have been pushed to leave.
No. Today we must do analysis today. Today I have time.
We have to go make some money.
Like yesterday when I ran away, and then this man was, today
I've been pushed to leave here.
No, that's not push. Today we'll do analysis today because today, see, I told you now the plane is moving at 30 miles per hour. Very soon we'll be airborne. Quickly,
Gary.
Another point I also want to make is that you see, the Afarajan also complained, also saying that the number of persons on the total number, all right? You know, he was put to the figure.
Yes.
The total number that you declared on the pink sheet exceed even the total number of
voters
on the polling station in issue. The polling station in issue now, the figures there are less than the total number that he declared on the pink sheet. Henry,
which he has told everybody that it depends on where you're picking the figures from, and most of those entries have not been
if the entry was not done properly, if the entry is in error, as he is saying is in error, and the declaration has been made on these entries, Henry, what do we do?
Your point is made.
What do we do?
No, quickly, some 30 seconds. I will be pushed to go.
Yes.
Today they should make a do analysis. At least 10 minutes.
Before God and man, I give kudos to Chachikata for good work done. Kudos to Tonlita. No, their performance so far. Tonlita disappointed in the EC Council. Why? Simply because it's not being legal vigilante. Vigilant. He's allowing so much. He's not even heckling this thing. Listen, you don't allow this thing to cross examine and try have a free heckle the man.
Heck the man.
No, you see, no.
Why should heck the man?
No, listen to me.
Why
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
You
You see, the man is cross-examining and putting it to your witness. At times, stand up and say, well, objection, you know, so that you come in and disturb him. because Edison is hot-tempered. And when you do that, you don't, but you are not objecting. And then for almost 3 applications I rejected. First one was attempted to tender the printout, was rejected. Second one, your supplemental affidavit rejected. And third one, you sit down today for 250. There's a figure to go in. You have to take a judge. So please, you have to up his game, because if he falls, he goes together with the president and then the NDC. So please, he should back up his legal team. It's not too late. He should bring more people to come and support him, because
I hope what Dr. Doc is saying is not suggesting the fact that the EC must work harder so that the case will not crash against the
that's what I'm saying. Because as of now, he's the last person, and if he's not performing well, you need to. You see the way Chachu and Tony did not allow Philip to do to Edison Asodiketia. I'm expecting that thing to happen. EC lawyer. Heckle Edison, so that you will have a free flow.
Let me give you just some few seconds.
At least you give them the day. That's fine. But Harry, because I said that I don't have much to say, because I was looking at what is going to be done there, and for the greater part of the morning, to me there was no show. It's just this afternoon, lawyer Addison is trying to speak to the issues. The court is getting quickly. Oh, Harry, why is he coming up here?
You take your
Harry,
time.
please.
Oh, but it's just a little.
No, but you see,
and you will
on
not
the
listen.
issue of pink sheet,
And you will not listen.
is he truncating my thoughts?
Go on.
On the issue of pink sheet, I want to help my brother, because maybe he is not conversant of the department of the pink sheet. There are 2 parts. EL21B, which is the upper part. That is the statement of pool and declaration of resource. How many ballots was given, blah 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 blah. And then the downmost part, which is EL22B. That is the presidential one. And Afrajan, Dr. Afrajan, is the returning officer for the presidential election. So that is why he's so much interested in what is down there. And to him, whatever goes down there, so you can have some series of problems up there, but anytime it comes to the results down there, they pour it in public, they count it. Dansuma, the police station area, Chobo, AC Hardest. There's no problem with those ones, and that's fantastic. And then back to the issue of rules, he said that rules govern everything. That's fantastic. Yesterday I made it clear. Professor HLA Hart talks about 2 types of rules: primary rules, and secondary rules.
So where are you landing?
What I'm learning is that rules, because he said rules. Rules. The primary rules are the laws, but the secondary rules assist, and we have secondary rule of education, rules of change, and rules of recognition. So the East. No, Harry.
Go and chill.
So the EC,
make yourself good.
The EC has some 11 million plus, some 11 million plus valid votes, and this election has been declared.
We have to go.
I mean,
One last point. Dr. Afraja himself has said that you must take the pin sheet as a whole, not only the bottom. As a whole, before you can make
but
an opinion.
There are errors
so
at the
please.
EL21B.
No. You cannot limit yourself to the bottom. You take it as a whole. And as a whole, overvoting is clearly, expressly written there. It's endemic.
But they are independent.
The voting is systematic. It's a coordination. It's all over the country.
That's why the matter is in
and
court.
therefore,
EL22B is the results counted. 21 is the filling how many ballots was given.
Court is adjourned to Monday, so we will also adjourn here and show up on Monday. Doc, you want to say something?
You need to advise the judges. They should go out there and chill. Yes, they should go out there. They should go out there. They should stop legality. Put the law aside and go and relax and chill.
What about
so that they'll distress themselves. There's too much pressure on them.
What about the EC lawyer?
This lawyer.
Let's end on this note. Okay, I say thank you to Gary Hibakumafo, speaks for the NPP. He's a legal practitioner as well. George Tetewayo speaks for the NDC, a legal practitioner as well. And then Dr. Maurice Ampa, who's in between, also a legal practitioner. Okay, so we end it here, and that's court has been adjourned to Monday. We are also having to take a break until Monday when we show up. find out what will happen in court for now. And enjoy the weekend, like they say. Let's continue to pray for our judges. Those of you who are very religious, the churches, continue to pray for the judges and. Okay, so we have to go, but I understand there's some piece of news that we need to get from the presidency. We'll try somehow to do that connection quickly. Once that comes, we'll have that put to you quickly. We'll know what the presidency is saying. What about? Not really quite clear, but we'll get some piece of news from the presidency, which we're waiting. But probably that gives us a little room to do some more talking here.
Yes. The Jews should stop firing.
Okay.
They should stop firing.
I thought I was drinking a tea. I'm drinking a tea to enable me to fire the man.
So far, so good. So far, so good. Everybody should go home and take a long rest. At least we have Monday. If I were them, tonight, no work, no court work. All the lawyers involved, they've done marvelously well. The judges, they are tired. Put all the legality aside. Go out.
But Henry, he's being discriminatory. You are leaving the easy lawyer out. He should also go out and chill.
Yes, he should go and chill.
That's what he says. Everybody else.
I thought he said he should go and do
something. Oh, no. You also have to go and take a rest. Deep rest.
What would you do to distress? No.
Distress is to go out there and sit somewhere.
Where?
Anywhere. And look at things for yourself.
Visual pleasure.
Go to the beaches and see things for yourself. And take a stroll, walk here and there. The judges go out, please go out. Don't stay indoor. Go out and watch things. There are beautiful things to watch in Ghana.
Okay.
They should go
like
out.
Monuments,
everything. Yes. Park. They can sit at restaurants everywhere to chill and then distress themselves.
Okay.
Because Monday is another day.
What do you do to distress Gary? We're adding that to what?
Yes.
I agree with my brother. In total, I will not take anything out. In fact, I have little to add, except to say that you see the law work is such that it's quite stressful. It can really worry everything that you do if you don't take a break. So I think it's important that we have a little corner where sometimes when my brother makes impressive point, I take him. But this morning he didn't fire well, so today I won't take him there. Yes. But from the way he's laughing, I think he's a bit apologetic. Maybe I'll change my mind.
You might get a ticket
and take him. I'll change my mind and take him. At least by the time I give him about 3 bottles of beer, he will be suppressed. But I mean, just to say that Ghanaians must understand that politics is not about war.
Sure.
You see, it's about just sharing ideas. It's a question of ideas. The mere fact that I am here and my brother's on the other side does not mean necessarily that we are enemies. If you go on that kind of that you'll be making a huge mistake. Because the same way that lawyers who appear in court, Kwashada is on the other side, Mr. Addison on the other side, Mr. Chakuchi on the other side, Mr. Leto on the other side, but across board they are all friends. You see, there was a time I was doing a case for a certain client, and the client came and saw me talking to the opposing person. Then he said, Where are you talking to my enemy? I declared jihad on you. I said, why? He said, no, the woman is my enemy. But we don't see it like that. We think that it's a work that we are doing. At the end of the day, what is important is that we let the truth be on. Come and sit here, argue, does not mean that we are enemies.
Well,
so
it's been a lovely week, quite eventful. We're grateful let's all pray for ourselves, pray for the judges, pray for the councils, everybody else, so that Monday we'll continue with this case. Like they're saying, it's not war, it's just exchange of ideas. Let's keep ourselves together and calm and peace and everything. My name is Henry Hewitt, ma'am. We've got a lot more programs coming up, so stick with us. Thank you.